Comunque, vediamoci. Cioè, vediamo qual era. Ecco.
Hey, what is up, everybody, and welcome back to a
Wow, incredibile. Fammi vedere.
Raptor 1, Strauss, and Peck. It's also noted that Terminus and Liberty Falls are both setting the groundwork for the entire.
Che cazzo mi stai dicendo?
No, devi guardare dall'inizio, è una roba chiappa-like, è letteralmente tutto.
Che cazzo mi stai dicendo? No, ragazzi.
Ah, Shangri-La.
Primo frame.
Perché non mi hanno invitato?
Ma no, ma me l'hai anche detto, hai detto Fra, mi è arrivata una mail nello spam, pensavi fosse un coglione, l'hai rifiutata. Oh no, ho visto una cosa.
Oh no, le robe che si droppano per terra.
No, no, ho visto una cosa. Vabbè,
cioè, questo è Black Ops 6?
Sì.
Che cazzo è quel coso? No, ragazzi, ma questo è... scusa un attimo.
Il quick revive, il quick revive.
Il quick revive?
Non devi venire.
Il quick revive.
Black Ops 6 Zombies, that's insane. And also subscribe if you are brand new. I have so many things that are coming out over the next few months, so make sure you are subscribed to this channel. The road to 1 million is gonna maybe happen. I don't know. But let's do this thing.
Oddio,
che figo!
Si picchiano! Ah no, ma perché lui è romano.
Liberty Falls. Liberty Falls is set in West Virginia, and basically Treyarch is setting the story for all of the conflicts in the game.
Beh, le armi ovviamente avranno la rarità.
Ma sta parlando di Liberty Falls.
Sì, vabbè, ma sta dicendo che sarà in West Virginia.
No, no, ha detto che Liberty Falls è la mappa dove spiegano il conflitto, cioè i motivi e l'inizio del conflitto che stiamo vivendo.
Ma i motivi per cui gli zombie sono respawnati, cioè nel senso per cui ci sono di nuovo.
Ha detto che su Liberty Falls ci sarà un main easter egg, che non sono questi i personaggi che ci saranno su Liberty Falls,
vabbè,
cioè saranno altri. Una roba molto alla Black Ops 3 con Shadow Survival.
So let's concentrate on Terminus. So for Terminus, this is the biggest zombies map that we have ever had inside of Zombies in terms of playable space. There's a ridiculous amount of space to play on this map with all types of terrain, as well as this.
Quindi è una delle mappe più grandi,
la mappa più grande
secrets that we've ever seen in any Zombies map on Terminus as well. Treyarch say that there's a bunch of crazy things to see and to do in terms of side quests inside of Terminus. So as soon as the map releases, we've got so much content to play. The story of Black Ops 6 Zombies is of course based around 4 characters and how they grow as a team. They're all unified in the quest for revenge against Edward Richtofen, and we'll also have 3 background characters that we hear from very often, who are of course Raptor 1, Strauss, and Peck. It's also noted that Terminus and Liberty Falls are both setting the groundwork for the entire storyline of Black Ops 6 Zombies. Treyarch said that Black Ops 6 Zombies was fully inspired by Black Ops 3 Zombies and Black Ops Cold War mixed together. They wanted to keep the unique interactions that we had with the main crew on Black Ops 3 Zombies whenever we were doing an Easter egg, or whether they were just chatting to each other. They loved that feature, so that's why we have a dedicated crew now on Black Ops 6 Zombies. They wanted to allow the player to actually grow attached to these characters and have feelings towards them inside of Black Ops 6. Let's talk about Gobblegums, ladies and gentlemen. We now know that Mr. Peaks is the star of the Gobblegum machine, and he is an actual legend. So when I spoke to Treyarch, we know that on launch we should have around 20 plus Gobblegums available. I can currently tell you 10 of them, but there's definitely more that are hidden away that we'll find out at a later date. We have Perkaholic, which of course gives you all perks on map. We have Cashback, which gives you full max ammo.
Guarda i ragni, guarda i ragni, hai visto?
Sì.
You get Pack-a-Punched. We have Stock
No, tipo i ragni di Zezzo come
resistenza. We have Profit Sharing, which means all points that you
vabbè, sta dicendo tutte le Gobblegum, me ne frega un cazzo delle Gobblegum.
Teammates. We have Anywhere But Here, which will teleport you to a random location. We have Armor Up, which will apply full armor. We have an instant Wonder Weapon Gobblegum that will instantly give you the Wonder Weapon from the map. We have Temporal Gift that will allow all drops on the map to last twice as long, including drops on the ground and also when active in your invent. And we also have Respin Cycle, which means that you can respin the box. But Treyarch have buffed this.
Cosa ne pensi della Gobblegum che ti dà la Wonder Weapon direttamente?
When you activate Respin Cycle, the next
Vabbè, sarà rarissima.
Treyarch said that they liked Black Ops 3 in terms of Gobblegums. They said they enjoyed the healthy friction of being able to break the game, but also have the skill to know when you need
ecco,
to
abbiamo il
use
tutorial su come attivare il Pacapunch.
Oddio!
Bellissime.
Vabbè, questa verde è la mia mimetica.
Bisogna esatto.
If you picked up an overpowered Gobblegum in Black Ops 3 Zombies and you just held on to it and you didn't activate it because you were safe.
Ragazzi, in chat, lo so che dite la stessa grafica di Cold War e tutto quanto, ma è un video in 1080p, non è messo nemmeno in 4K e soprattutto è un video su YouTube. Aspettate di giocarlo.
And maybe you might die later on and you never even got a chance to use it. They wanted to make sure they changed that inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies, which means that you can now store 3 Gobblegums to use that inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies,
praticamente
which
dice
means
che
that you can now store 3 Gobblegums to use on your person at any one time. And we'll dive into that a little bit deeper in a little bit. Before we jump into that though, let's talk.
Hanno fatto gli Elisir. Hanno fatto gli Elisir.
No, non hanno fatto gli Elisir. E il modo di prendere Gobblegum è lo stesso, solo che prima hanno detto magari prima tu tenevi una Gobblegum, non la usavi, poi morivi. Invece adesso cioè puoi tenerne più di una. E puoi usarle quando vuoi. Però non è che hai gli Elisir. No,
hanno fatto gli Elisir che devi prendere.
Talk about the 3 Gobblegum types that are available. We have instant Gobblegum, we have timed Gobblegum, and we have conditional Gobblegums. Once again, remember that these can be stored, but when you choose to eat an instant Gobblegum, the effect will instantly activate. When you choose to eat a timed-based Gobblegum, it will activate for a specific amount of time. And when you choose to eat a conditional Gobblegum, something specific needs to happen to either you or the map for that gum to activate, such as hitting the mystery box and then you choose to activate the spin cycle. All Gobblegums are earnable inside of the game. There's no more Dr. Monty's factory. There's no more liquid divinium. You're not earning something to then spend somewhere else. You are earning the Gobblegum by flipping rounds. Every time you flip around in Zombies, you have a chance of being given a Gobblegum or multiple Gobblegums. Obviously, the higher the rarity, such as Perkaholic, the rarer you will get those, but it will be completely random on what you get when you round flip. You might not get any of them. And when we're at Treyarch, we asked the question, is there any kind of cap on how many you can earn in the game? And they said no. So Gobblegums are a single-use item. They're earned in-game and they provide various gameplay advantages and effects. Gobblegums can be purchased from the Gobblegum machine for 500 points and you can only purchase 1 per round. The price does not go up, just 500 points one time around. The Gobblegum machine will randomly dispense you a Gobblegum that's from your dedicated Gobblegum pack that you chose and applied.
Ok, quindi allora ti danno tutte le Gobblegum possibili randomiche in game. Ovviamente le più rare te le danno più tardi, però oltre a quello hai anche
chiaro, sì. No, lo penso anch'io. Sì, hai anche il... Sì, assolutamente.
Game. When you buy a Gobblegum and pick that Gobblegum up from the machine, you do not instantly use it. It will round. The Gobblegum machine will per round. The price does not
fammi risentire.
500 points and you can only
dicevo prima di esplodere.
Dicevo, aspetta, zitto.
Not go up. It's just 500 points one time around.
500 punti, non 5.000.
Sì. 500 punti per round.
Your dedicated Gobblegum pack that you chose and applied 5 Gobblegums.
500 punti, ma solo una volta al round?
Solo una volta al round, e oltre a quelle che ti droppano in game randomiche, che te le droppano con una certa frequenza in base alla rarità, hai anche le 5 che hai selezionato prima della partita. Quelle le prendi dal
cazzo, sì, proprio
When
lì.
you buy a Gobblegum and pick that Gobblegum up from the machine, you do not instantly
guarda che escono i piselli dall'acqua.
Ma non è la boss fight allora?
No, cioè esce il pisello e ti vomita in faccia. È proprio un fetish di qualcuno alla Treyarch.
To 3 Gobblegums in your invent and flick between them to use whenever you want, similar to the multiplayer score streaks. Gobblegums can also be stacked, so technically you can have multiple Gobblegums active at any one time. And also, when you take this Gobblegum out of the machine,
puoi fare le combo di Gobblegum attive.
Sì, perché sono... Puoi tenere più di una, quindi.
Not taken from your account. Let's say, for example, you have Perkaholic
anche attive, cioè anche attive, non solo tenerle.
Come parliamo nel frattempo, metto pure i sottotitoli.
You'll still have it available for the next game. It's only when you eat it, it gets dispensed from your account itself. Another feature about Gobblegums is that you can switch the pack mid-game. So for the earlier rounds, you might set up your Gobblegum pack to have 5-point-based Gobblegums. So you can get a load of points really early on, so you can open the map up, get Pack-a-Punch sorted, and then for the later rounds, maybe change your pack to a really OP Gobblegum set that allows you to go higher.
Sì, le puoi cambiare in game.
Gobblegums are super customizable inside of Black.
Dove le cazzo l'hai vista? Oddio! Non l'avevo vista! Che cazzo? Vabbè, la Reagan. Cazzo, in un Black Ops c'è la Reagan, oddio!
Super customizable inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. Let's quickly talk about enemies. Inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies, we
sembra
have something
forte.
called
Sembra veramente forte.
evolving enemies. Some enemies are infected with what's known as an organism. And when you kill a zombie that has that specific organism, it may spawn a vermin, which is like a spider, arachnid kind of thing. Really, really creepy, and it's got like a zombie's head as part of its body. Also, a very cool side feature added to this game is for anyone that's got arachnophobia, don't worry, you can still play Black Ops 6 Zombies. There is a setting to
su Zetsu quando i zombie passavano nella nube arancione diventavano...
Oddio, puoi disattivare i ragni. So che lo farò.
If you do not kill the spider in time, the spider can then evolve again. Like I said, evolving enemies are a big part of Black Ops 6. The spider can then evolve into a flying bug parasite enemy that we've seen before in, let's say, Black Ops 3 Zombies Shadows of Evil. It's also noted that these parasite enemies can spawn in just randomly anyway. I saw them a lot while I was playing. There are also going to be other enemies that can evolve as well past these two, but I think they're keeping them secret for now. So let's talk about the wonder weapon. The wonder weapon of the map is called the Bean Smasher. The Bean Smasher is obviously from the mystery box and it has two functions. It can fire a powerful energy
cazzo di figata è
beam.
Bellissima.
Obviously from the mystery box and it has two
il Bean Smasher.
It can fire a powerful energy beam that can
schiacciafagioli.
penetrate
Ah no, è beam.
through enemies and do a bunch of damage. And its
ok, sì, ha molto più senso.
second function is that it
Dragon.
emits sonic waves that slow down enemies and make them more vulnerable to damage. So it's a really good co-op weapon. You can have one person doing the sonic waves with the wonder weapon.
È tipo la Reagan Mark III che aveva una funzione che faceva rallentare gli zombie e poi quella che uccideva.
Ma quante munizioni ha?
And destroy those damaged zombies as well. There is also an extra ability with this Bean Smasher wonder weapon is when you've used all the ammo from the clip itself, when the weapon goes to reload, it will emit a giant blast of energy. It will stun all the enemies surrounding it and knock them
Electric
down
Cherry di Wish.
Also, we can't talk about wonder weapons without talking about the ray gun. The ray gun is back and Treyarch claimed that it's had a little bit of a glow up, a few cosmetic changes, and a few new cool animations added.
Questa non è la Reagan.
Now inside of BO6 Zombies we have a new support item which is called Mutant Injection.
È una di quelle cazzo di robe che ti ho detto che sono tipo le abilità. No, comunque non è lo schiacciafagioli, è lo smasher, raggio smasciatore.
This thing is bananas. Treyarch thought how sad it was
la
the
Reagan
amount of times that we've died to heavy zombies throughout the years. So they realized that it's now our time to be the heavy zombie. So we can now inject ourselves with this mutant injection and turn ourselves into a mangler. Obviously this is very limited in terms of time that you can be
praticamente è quello che hanno fatto i tizi che stanno sviluppando. Come cazzo si chiama la mappa quella che ho portato sul canale, quella fighissima.
Cioè, è assurda sta cosa.
Sì, che là potevi diventare un Panzer, potevi diventare il robo, il mini boss, quello di Machine. Figata.
Si hanno azzeccato il bilanciamento di tutte ste
Also, a bit of a side note here, we can use the Mangler arm cannon inside of game without doing this, just by killing the Mangler and he drops his arm, which is very, very cool. But how sick is this mutant injection? So let's talk
effettivamente un senso ucciderlo.
Ok, allora ho detto una cazzata prima, non è quello che è.
Black Ops 6 Zombies has got main quests coming back, both on Terminus and also Liberty Falls. Treyarch said that they've been trying to tackle the problem between the separation between hardcore players and new players for years. So with Black Ops 6 and the main quest with Terminus and also Liberty Falls and with the DLC going forward, they wanted to only do the hand-holding stuff up until Pack-a-Punch. After Pack-a-Punch, every single thing was hidden, just like the older zombie titles before Cold War. The main quest has to be figured out by the community, and once it has been fully figured out and completed, a few weeks after that, we will then have a brand new mode added to Black Ops 6 Zombies, which is called Guided.
Le frecce che ti indicavano le frecce che ti indicavano la via c'erano anche sui vecchi COD, tipo per la corrente o robe così.
With capping out around 15. There will be rewards given to people that complete the main quest. One of the things that I was told about was an actual wonder weapon skin, so you can literally pimp out your wonder weapons in game, and all of the rewards that you get are based around the map itself. itself. So if you unlock the Terminus main Easter egg quest, your calling card, the skin for the wonder weapon, they'll all be Terminus themed. There'll also be rewards given for guided mode completion as well. But when I was talking to the devs, I explained that we as a community, we want to unlock everything inside of the game. We want to 100% it. But honestly, after a map has been out for a few weeks and we've beaten that Easter egg a few times, why would we want to go through a guided quest just to get the rewards for 100% unlockables? They said I had a really good point, so I would assume that on launch, everything that can be unlocked will be unlocked via the main normal quest, and guided quest will just get a few things that you get from standard. There'll also be a special calling card given to every single player that finishes the main Easter egg quest before the guided quest feature releases, and that applies for every single
Meglio, almeno non ti dà cioè le stesse ricompense fare la quest guidata piuttosto che quella fissa.
È tutto più meritiero.
Once the guided mode is out for that specific map, that calling card is no longer unlockable, so you've got to be really fast to get it done. Treyarch said that their idea for this game mode was to introduce new players to actually get into zombies, get the feeling for it, and then they'll feel like they're good enough players for the next DLC to just do the normal standard quests like the rest of the community. It's a really, really good idea, and it's very good middle ground in terms of making every single player base feel happy on the game. Another thing to note that on the guided quests, all side Easter eggs and secrets
un
are
Iron Fist.
completely out of the map. You will not be able to activate any of the side quests inside of the map on that guided mode. It is literally just the main quest. Like, they've even locked the trial machines as well. It is only guiding through the main Easter egg quest. Another main quest feature is that we no longer have to leave the game after completing the main quest. Like on Cold War Zombies, when you finished an Easter egg, you had to exfil out. We no longer have to do that. You can stick around, you can go hunt for side Easter eggs after the main quest, you can go ahead and do high rounds. Whatever you want to do, you are inside of that game after the main quest finishes for as long as you wish to be. Another way that they wanted to make this game slightly more difficult was to remove craftable self-revives after 3 purchases. So on Cold War, we could craft as many self-revives as we want. This is both for solo and co-op as well. On Black Ops 6 Zombies, there's only 3 per person per game. Treyarch said that there may be a few secrets hidden away for high round players. They also claim that in terms of high round, it'll be the hardest to reach round 100 this time around. They said they've implemented things into this game that will ease in as the higher rounds go on.
Bisogna essere i primi in Italia a raggiungere il round 100.
Interesting, I'm excited to see round 100. Treyarch also went on to say that they think that all Easter eggs and main quests inside of Black Ops 6 should be able to be completed both solo and co-op. There are no specific co-op Easter eggs inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. Everything is able to be done as a team or as a solo player. So let's talk about some Black Ops 6 Zombie features that came from Cold War, but they have changed for the better. Door buys inside of this game can now be shared. If a player can't afford a door, they can give half of the amount towards a door and another player can pay the other half.
Puoi condividere le porte stile Infinite War.
Tanto non ci metti niente a fare i conti.
Therefore, opening the door together. And both players will also be awarded with XP for opening the door as well. They've also managed to simplify the salvage. There's no longer multiple types of salvage inside of the game. There is literally just one type of salvage inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. They've also decided to add player-specific salvage as well, so people can no longer run over your salvage and steal it. They said they're also going to add this as well to ammo drops and armor shards that fall off zombies when you kill them, making some player-specific so you will always have ammo and armor available without other people stealing them. Unfortunately, they were not part of the build when we played the game, but that's what Treyarch told us. They also
Quindi praticamente le robe che droppano gli zombie sono 2 e basta.
went on to say that Pack-a-Punch no longer has a selection screen. This is something that I love to see inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies.
L'avevo notato,
you just go up to the Pack-a-Punch machine, you
bellissimo.
buy it, and you have a Pack-a-Punch weapon. You no longer have a menu. Obviously, that means the ammo mods now need to move. So ammo mods are no longer part of the Pack-a-Punch machine. Ammo mods are available at the Arsenal, where you'll be able to buy ammo mods, weapon upgrades, and that's where you'll be able to spend your salvage as well. Now, Treyarch have also took another feature that I've been begging for years here, which is just adding more personality to things inside of the game that had none inside of Cold War. So they decided with the Arsenal to add a personality to it. So apparently this Arsenal will talk to you like a drill instructor, saying stuff like, hey, get over here. Your weapon is lacking in rarity. Upgrade. I don't know what it says.
Cazzo.
But something along those lines. Also,
Oddio!
upgrades are not part of the
Ti
arsenal.
afferra,
Armor
uomo,
upgrades are now
braccia
part
dal
of the
culo.
wall buy system. You buy armor off the walls. There's 3 different types of armor rarity located on the walls around the map. Once you've bought it, you've bought it. And you buy this with points or essence inside of the game and not with salvage. Very cool, right? Another one that I wanted to talk about real quick is your field upgrade. We can change our field upgrade inside of the game. We could technically do this on Cold War, but it was kind of a bug, I think. But they've made it 100% real mid-game. Change of your field upgrade inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. Let's talk about weapon customization, people. Something that we very much lacked inside of Cold War. So, believe it or not, we actually have full weapon customization throughout the entire Black Ops 6 Zombies experience. All weapons in the game can be personalized with attachments, camos, stickers, charms. Very, very similar to the Black Ops 3 weapon kits. In fact, Treyarch said they were incredibly inspired by the Black Ops 3 weapon kits, where you can build your own weapon out of game, and when you get into game, you'll have that exact build with camo attachments, charms, and stickers from either the mystery box or the war buy. Every single weapon in the mystery box and war buy will be tailored to your preferences. And just like in Cold War, you can spawn in with any weapon that you want. This weapon will of course have a camo attachment, sticker, or charm on that you wish as well. And another feature is if you get a specific weapon from the mystery box or from a war buy that you don't currently have unlocked in game because you're not a high enough rank yet, you will earn XP for that weapon. That weapon level will go up. Okay, let's talk about
puoi livellarla anche se non ci sei ancora arrivato.
Quality of life feature inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. Save and quit. That is right. We are going to be able to save our games inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies. Treyarch say that they know that high rounds can last an insane amount of time, so you can still solo pause zombie games if you wish, just to go to the bathroom or eat your dinner or whatever you want to do. But if you want to go to school, or you have to go to work, or you want to have a few days off zombies, feel free.
Sai quante cazzo di console verranno salvate a sta roba?
Inside of the game and not surrounded by zombies, you can save the game and load it back up whenever you want. This means that it will save your quest progress. It will save your pack-a-punch rarity. It will save
Però
your
solo e unicamente se sei al 100% di vita.
Your weapon rarity. Basically anything that you have in game, any Gobblegum that you have active in game, anything that you have currently in the game, even if you're right before the boss fight, you can save and then load back in at a future date. Another incredible feature that they've added to this save and quit is where Treyarch will literally save the game for you if you disconnect. At the start of every single new zombies round, the game will save, and it will do an automatic save for you.
Ti salva,
let's say
che
you're on round
figo.
20 and you disconnect
Questo
on
è utile
round 20,
anche, è utile
when
anche
you
se
boot the game
crash.
back up again, there'll be an automatic
Sì,
save
allora
at the start of
sarà
round
divertente
20
fare il
for
round
you.
100.
What an incredible
Non mi disconnetterò al
feature.
98
But
col
it doesn't stop
NordVPN.
there. You'll only have one of these slots available, so you won't be able to have a ridiculous amount of slots and take advantage of this feature. And you'll be able to do this on every map on Black Ops 6 Zombies. Just incredible. Okay, let's talk about cross progression real quick. Cross progression will go across the entire game. So Zombies and multiplayer. We know that we've got classic prestige inside of the game, which means we've got 10 prestiges. And then when you get to prestige 10, you've got 1,000 levels of prestige master to do. You can rank this up in multiplayer or inside of Zombies. This also includes weapon progression. Weapon progression where you unlock attachments and camos. They will be through Zombies and multiplayer as well, even though you will have camos that are unique just to Zombies and unique just to multiplayer. You also have reticle customization inside of this game as well. Another great feature that I forgot to mention before is that we'll have daily challenges on Zombies from day one, which means we'll have stuff to go for outside of main quests and side quests literally on day one of launch. So guess what? Intel is back in Zombies. Cold War was absolutely flooded with intel, and Black Ops 6 Zombies will be as well, but not to the extent of Cold War. Treyarch said with intel inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies, they wanted to tailor it to show, not tell. So basically anything that you need to know, you will see via Easter eggs, you will see via cutscenes, you will see via characters talking. But for little bits of lore about enemies inside of the map, or maybe little secrets that you might want to know about specific things in the map, like why is there a shipwreck on Terminus? Why Why is this enemy the way it is? There will be intel scattered around the map for you to learn the backstory of those characters. It seems like a very good tailored intel system for this game. Also, Dark Ops challenges. They are back inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies, and 100% completion will be available.
Sì, vabbè, però ci sarà abusata la roba del salvataggio per fare gli high round. Relativamente, perché comunque se non... cioè se sei circondato, sti cazzi muori. Non puoi salvare.
Esatto.
All'inizio di ogni round. Allora, la cosa che mi viene in mente è: sto per morire, gestione attività, termino il cazzafile o stacco il cavo Ethernet e non muoio. Questa potrebbe essere una cosa che
Beh,
verrà
però
abusata.
sicuramente poi forse cambieranno anche. Se poi vedono che comunque delle funzioni sono troppo abusate, penso che le fixerebbero. Cioè,
Non ne ho idea, però la vedo, cioè, immagino molto abusata sta roba.
Day 1 on launch for completing every single calling card, camo.
a sto punto ci saranno
the whole of Black Ops 6.
le speedrun
Okay,
del
the big one
round
that we're
100
gonna
perché lo
talk
fa
about right
prima,
now, this
senza
is gonna be
salvataggi,
called
senza niente.
Augments. So augments are basically what we had inside of Cold War Zombies, where you would be using your Ethereum crystals to upgrade specific things in the game. But inside of Black Ops 6, it works differently. You use augments to upgrade perks, ammo mods, and field upgrades, but you'll have a choice of 3 major augments or 3 minor augments per each item. This is gonna get confusing, but try and stick with me.
Cazzo
Major
significa?
augments include big effects things. Let's say, for example, you have the
Oddio, ma quant'è Half-Life questo ascensore così?
energy mine field
Ora sta
upgrade
parlando
that
di
you would normally
potenziamenti,
place
tipo
on the ground
potenziare i
and it
perk,
blows up.
eccetera.
But you could place on a major augment that might turn this into a scatter mine, where it spreads apart the blast. Or you could place it on to where you might have 3 mines that are floating around you and protecting you, similar to Dead Ops Arcade. Another upgrade that you might be able to get is a turret, and this will shoot things that come past. And let's say, for example, some minor things that you might be able to do that are a little bit less crazy would be, for example, to allow a trap to last longer, or it might be quicker to activate your ammo mod, or quicker to fill your field upgrade. But you can only pick 1 major and 1 minor of these augments per game. And believe it or not, on launch there's going to be over 100
ho capito
different
tutto.
playable augments to the game. Just
Capito
think about
tutto.
this, 100 different things that can feature on your
Il problema è un bordello, cioè questo solamente quando
No,
il gioco sarà
semplicemente,
rilasciato.
semplicemente puoi scegliere come potenziare tipo munizioni, trappole, eccetera. Però puoi scegliere solo un effetto grande e un effetto minore.
Effetto grande e un effetto minore, che cazzo significa?
E puoi potenziare, cioè aggiungi un effetto, l'ha detto prima. Tipo, puoi passare, che ne so, da avere... È presente Dead Ops Arcade che hai 3 cerchi che ti girano intorno e elettrificano gli zombie quando lo toccano?
Sì.
Tipo, quello potrebbe essere un upgrade grande, oppure un upgrade più piccolo che ti dà un effetto simile ma minore, cioè che non
Però
gli fa
non ho capito
praticamente
per che
niente.
cosa, cioè se è per te o per l'arma che hai. Perché lui
Ah, no,
parlava per
è
ogni
in base-
item.
ogni item inteso o perk o munizioni o
Cazzo,
trappole.
comunque bisogna vedere perché sembra veramente complesso come sistema di potenziamenti. Secondo me è un misto tra BO3, Cold War, ma anche qualcosa che mi ricorda World War 2. World War
Oddio.
2 potrebbe essere l'ambientazione, più o meno, gli zombie. È molto gore, tipo World War 2, c'è questo pure da dire.
Neanche troppo,
Anche
World
sì,
War
quei boss
2 era
tipo alla
proprio
The Forest.
cupo. Sì, vabbè, quello sì,
Dico,
però
un
c'è
pochettino-
niente che non abbiamo mai visto, Cioè...
No, no, però.
Treyarch wanted to create something really simple and understandable, but also still have meaning to it. So they wanted a simple system
figa
where
sta
you could
mimetica
set
verde.
up what you wanted to level up before you went into the game.
Ma non è che
There's
la
no-
mimetica dipende tipo dal livello dell'arma di potenziamento?
Io no, non penso.
Perché io ho visto, vedi, loro due l'hanno potenziata. La prima volta che l'hanno potenziata, il pagavancio diventava verde.
Sì, dici verde, blu, rosso
or more
e...
Ethereum
No, verde,
crystals
blu,
like in
rosso,
Cold
viola
War
e
to level
arancione.
stuff up. Before you go into the game, you can, let's say, select Juggernaut
Capito?
as
Cioè
the
tu
thing
puoi
that you
scegliere
want to
cosa
specifically
livellare
level
prima
up in
della
that game.
partita.
Then when you go in and play zombies, you'll unlock different abilities for Juggernaut. The same goes for all perks, ammo mods, and field upgrades. Whew, that's an insane amount of information. Let's go on to something really light
Mamma mia,
right
che
here.
trip.
Third person mode. Third person mode is coming
No,
back to
che cazzo è
Black Ops 6
Fortnite, dai.
Zombies. But it's the first time that we ever get to see it inside of a Black Ops Zombies title. Apparently, Treyarch loved the way that third person ran inside of Modern Warfare Zombies. They thought it'd be a cool way to bring it back so you can actually see the
Non portare,
Augment System in Black
non
Ops
devono portare nulla da Modern Warfare Zombie. Nulla, zero. Non c'è bisogno di portare niente.
6 Zombies in third person. Let's talk about HUD presets, baby. So the HUD is always something that's really controversial in every Zombies game. I think the first time anyone really complained about a HUD was probably inside of Black Ops 4, and then we got it in Cold War again. But Treyarch have been the GOATs once more. So you can actually change your HUD depending on your style of play and where you want things to be placed on the screen. That includes your ammo, it includes your perks. So for example, if you like Cold War and you want your perks to be in the center of the screen, you can have your HUD to look like that. You just have to select the Cold War HUD. If you prefer your perks being over the left-hand side of the screen, similar to Black Ops 3 Zombies, then you can just pick the Black Ops 3 HUD. Or if you don't want any HUD at all, you can turn the HUD off. A lot of things are toggable on and toggable off inside the HUD as well. So if you don't want to have hit markers or you don't want hit markers, you can apply those. Health bars, you can either take them off or add them on. Minimap, add them on, take them off. Whatever you want to see on the screen, you can see on the screen, and basically there's a ridiculous amount of settings to see where you want stuff. There's even a streamer mode that gives way more space for your face cam. Treyarch have really nailed it with this in my opinion. They also said another thing that you can actually do is toggle off the Pack-a-Punch machine camo. Now yes, we could do this
quando vanno a fregare i personaggi.
Cioè puoi disattivare
you can just turn it off. So if you've got the mastery camo and you want that for the entire game, you go on Pack-a-Punch, it'll just keep your mastery camo. Simple as that. Should we talk about mastery camos? Let's talk about mastery camos real quick. So Zombies only camos and Zombies does have a mastery camo and so does multiplayer. I spoke to multiple Treyarch employees that said they've worked on every single mastery camo since the early days of mastery camos, and they are all confident that Black Ops 6's mastery camos across the whole game are the best we have ever
seen. Per ora abbiamo visto una sola mimetica che è quella del Pack-a-Punch, che è stupenda.
A friend's game at any single time in Black Ops 6 Zombies, even if you were never in that game. If you need to leave a friend's game, don't worry. Leave it, jump back in whenever you want. If you've never been in that game and your buddy's just playing some zombies, he's been playing for a few hours, he's now
aspetta che devo andare a fare la spesa. Ritorno tra poco in game.
You can join that round 30 game that you have never been in. Pretty interesting, man. You can have people getting all the way to the boss fight and then getting someone in just to get them the rewards of the Easter egg. Kind of a feature. I feel like it's going to be really great. The amount of times back in the day that I'd have 3 friends in the middle of an Easter egg quest and I just had to sit there in an Xbox Live party and just talk to them because I couldn't join. But now that won't happen. I can jump straight into the game and help them out.
Puoi andare a rompergli il cazzo, entrare nei loro...
No, penso che tu possa scegliere se vuoi farli entrare.
Beh, grazie al cazzo.
Gives you a really strong punch attack. If you use your dedicated
sì, vabbè, è come il pugno di Origins.
Obviously we've seen this before in previous Call of Duty titles. It will be even crazier as well. Obviously in previous titles you would switch to a more dedicated melee weapon, but inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies they thought that would be really weird to do. So just the melee attack is just mental instead. Let's talk about the new ammo mod. So we have a brand new ammo mod inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies as well called Shadow Rift. This is a crowd controlling ammo mod and it deals shadow damage. Shadow damage is a brand new elemental damage type inside of Black Ops 6 as well. An elemental damage type basically means that specific zombies take more damage from specific damage types. It's something that us as players are going to have to figure out at launch. Let's say, for example, there's a certain ammo type that deals more damage to a mangler or deals more damage to the vermin. That's for us to figure out. And as the seasons go along and we get new enemies added, that's up to us. But also with Shadow Rift,
con le munizioni fanno più danno a te.
Più danno a determinati tipi di nemici. Immagino tipo quelle infuocate faranno più danno a quei bastardi tutti con le braccia che escono a qualsiasi buco.
Let's talk about our brand new field upgrade inside of the game, which I did play with. I believe I'm the only person that went to this event that actually played with this because I changed it inside of my menu. And this is called the Dark Flare. This also deals shadow damage, and the Dark Flare is a pure damage field upgrade. When you activate it, it will activate a beam and melt all zombies in front of you. You can also concentrate it on a very specific big enemy. In my game, I concentrated on the mangler, and it was really powerful. One version of this field upgrade can also heal players as well. So similar to the staff inside of Black Ops 4 Zombies, if you fire this at a
ma sembra la mappa di Infinite Warfare, come si chiama? Shaolin Shuffle.
Instead of firing an energy beam, it will dispense a giant energy ball that moves around, killing all the zombies around you for a limited amount of time. In terms of the maps themselves, Treyarch took a lot of feedback from Cold War and wanted to go inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies with the idea of creating all unique and cool looking maps. So like in Cold War, we did see a lot of multiplayer elements added to these maps. We are not going to get that. Every single Zombies map is unique and a fun new experience. The maps are also designed to take full advantage of the Omni movement function inside of Black Ops 6. You know, I barely used Omni movement when I was playing, and I played absolutely fine. So it's not like you have to use it. It's just a map that if you use the Omni movement, I guess it plays cool, I guess. I don't know.
Che cazzo dici? Io non vedo l'ora di completare l'easter egg principale correndo solo all'indietro.
This is also the very first time in ground-based zombies that we actually have an operational vehicle inside of the map in the form of a tactical raft. These can spawn on command via two
Vabbè,
places
le
on the map,
barchette.
and you can choose to swim from island to island or shipwreck to island, whatever you want.
Puoi nuotare e
There is a
usare
lot
la...
of danger inside of that water, so using the tactical raft is a lot better. And let me tell you that there's a kraken, you've probably seen the gameplay already on screen, inside of the water, and he makes it very, very difficult to be inside of there, so you don't want to be in the water for too long. Treyarch also wanted to make sure that the map feels alive, so there's lots of different random events that can happen inside of the Zombies game. This is called living world events. Basically, you could open a door, walk forward, and you'll see 2 zombies eating a warden, or you might open a door and you'll see a zombie having a fight with a warden, or having a boxing match. This is completely random. There's so many of these that are available, so there'll be a lot that you can discuss with your friends, that your friends might have seen a specific thing that you've not seen, or vice versa. Absolutely, completely random, and you never know when they're gonna activate, when you're gonna see them, when you're not gonna see them. You can choose to intervene. You don't have to intervene. It's just a cool thing that's inside of Zombies now. We have 2 new traps inside of Terminus as well.
Vabbè, le trappole le abbiamo viste.
Inside of BO6 Zombies is called the Tentacle Trap. It's a classic door
La
trap.
Tentacle Trap, vabbè, sì.
Or the Sword Trap from Mob of the Dead. Once you activate it, mutant arms will come down from the vent in the ceiling, and it will grab zombies, bringing them up and ripping them apart. The player can get damaged by this trap, but you can choose to either slide or flop under this to avoid getting hurt. Yes, that's right, you heard me, sliding. There is an augment for PhD flopper that allows you to slide and turn it into PhD slider. The player can also get stuck inside.
Cioè c'è un potenziamento per il PhD che ti fa slidare, cioè.
Quello è praticamente te lo fa diventare quello di Cold War, perché su Cold War c'era il PhD slider.
Ma
Slidare più veloce, facevi danno quando toccavi uno zombie mentre slidavi.
Che figata. Il mio round più alto su zombie il 12. No, non lo so in realtà. Penso non oltre tipo il 120, perché poi rompevo il cazzo, però sì, all'incirca lì.
Shoot through the arms, and if you're in a co-op game, other players can help you out, and you can help other players to break free as well. There's another trap inside of the map as well called the Void Cannon. It's pretty spectacular.
In questa mappa penso di no, non ci dovrebbero essere cani. Però
no,
penso che a Liberty Falls potrebbero essere.
Sì, a Liberty Falls
you will have seen the gameplay happen in front of you right now, just while I've been talking, and it's a giant cannon that fires incredibly powerful laser beams out of it. And these lasers are so powerful that they spawn a portal above them, sucking all the zombies up into it. The funny thing is, you can go through the portal as a player as well and be teleported to just a random location inside of the map. It's a very, very cool trap. Let's talk about
una specie di
weapon rarity is back inside of Zombies. When I was playing, it felt a lot better than Cold War, and it felt like it was tailored a lot easier to the specific rounds instead of it just being completely random and making other weapons and other mystery boxes completely useless. I used a lot of war buys, I used a mystery box load, and it never felt like I was underpowered while I was playing. And I think we'll finish on power. So power for the map. Is it a traditional power system? No, it's not. There are 3 generators inside of the map that you have to power up to get power access to the map before you make your way into the main room of the map. That is an incredible amount of information to take in, and if you are still here, I massively, massively appreciate it. It has been an absolute honor to be sent out to Treyarch.
No, penso che sia più una specie di roba come nella mappa
There's been a lot of years with Zombies.
Quella di
tu li attivi e poi attivi definitivamente.
I BO3 sì, li attivi e basta. Cazzo che roba. Ma oddio, pure Mr. Dalek.
In this video, I'm going to explain absolutely everything you need to know about the new Black Ops 6.
Ecco, la parte degli augment che voglio capire.
Augments, and you can equip 1 major and 1 minor to each perk, ammo mod, and field upgrade. Example we were showing was for the Juggernog perk, where some of the major benefits were Dying Wish, Death Sentence, and Shields Up, where you could choose one of those as a major buff, and the minor augments you could choose were between Dying Wish, Armor Smith, and Shields Up. This system will allow you to choose and build out the benefits and buffs that you want for each piece of equipment, make them entirely game-changing in a way that suits your playstyle. Another example was where you can upgrade Brain Rot, so you can have elite enemies become brain rotted, and you could also have an upgrade to PhD Slider to enable the old school PhD flopper ability. And in order to unlock these augments, all you need to do is just play Zombies. In the augments menu, you will choose the content that you want to research, simply play Zombies, and you will unlock these game-changing abilities. Another incredible new gameplay feature.
Che figata.